Back at it. Again, pause it if you want to read what all this says. I would honestly just pay attention to the rankings, that's about it. And also just that they're not to be taken seriously, and also that they're just rough estimates. But hopefully those little, like, graphs that I showed of, like, when I ranked songs gave, like, a visual aid on how I feel about them. Anyways, let's get to it. So we ended up on Parafume. It's just a mashup of Ain't It Fun by Paramore and Perfume by Fusk. I'm pretty sure I heard this song from a times 10 server on TF2. I think it was one of the bosses in VSH. It's decent. I wouldn't listen to it myself, so I guess I'm giving this a solid 4.5. It is kinda good. I won't lie. Alright, now we have It's Gonna Be Okay by The Near Future. I don't really know what to say about this song. It just sounds like more so of a message towards his audience rather than an actual song sometimes. I'll give it a 4, it's alright. Alright, Banana Man by Tally Hall. I'm not the biggest fan of Tally Hall. I don't like a lot of their music, but I think a lot of it's very alright. And Banana Man is just very goofy and very fun. It's one of the few that I kind of like more than the rest. Also, that music video it has is completely unhinged. Imagine seeing that when you're like 9 and like got your iPod Touch. Yeah, it kind of pops off at this segment, but I still don't think it's crazy good. I think I'll just give this a solid 5. It is good, but it's not insane. It's just a really fun song. My lord, another mashup song. It even says that in my notes, another mashup song. I don't really feel like talking about mashup songs anymore. Okay, I actually don't think this is a mashup song. I think this is a jazz fusion just by itself song. The original song is Clarity by Zed, as you can hear. It's pretty over the top, but I imagine that's the point of it, so it's 4.5. It's a 4.5. I recommend it. Sure. Alright, now we have... where is it? Double on Genre, DNB plus Lounge. I don't even know what that means, honestly. That's a crazy song title. It's got some, like, musical, like, classical feel to it while kind of keeping a swinging rhythm. I wouldn't say it's jazz exactly. I don't know the genre exactly. The weird part is that it doesn't stay like this for the whole time. He just kind of like... yeah, he does this. It's weird. The best I could describe it is just alternative, like, electronic pop. It's really weird. I do like these lyrics in this part, though. It's pretty nice how he harmonizes with it. It's not bad. I'll give it a 4.5. It's kinda good. Yet again, lyrics are extremely generic, but I just like how they sound only. Alright, now we have Carpe Diem from LBCK and C+. This song just sounds like it's a mashup already, but I don't think it is. I think it's an actual original song. That's a pretty cool transition. I'm not gonna lie, I like this guy's voice a lot more. It's a lot more listenable. It's just this guy's voice, it starts on a low pitch and then it ends on a high pitch, but I feel like it's done in a way that's more annoying than anything for me personally. Though it's not necessarily bad, it's just that I feel like the execution could be done a bit better. And yeah, and I'll give this a 4.5 again. Do I recommend it? Honestly, yeah, it's still pretty interesting. More Little Big Planet music, insane, get it together. Pretty sure a lot of people who play Little Big Planet will know this song. Apparently people call these guys genres indie-tronica. I have never heard that in my life, but I imagine that sounds fitting. It's very, like, garage band sounding, though, so I feel like it matches that sort of aesthetic with Little Big Planet 1, though, because everything was much more handmade compared to 2 and especially 3. Though if I'm just rating it as a song by itself, I really would not listen to this song by itself, I won't lie, so I'm giving it a 4.5. Do I recommend it? No. Actually, I'll say it depends. I'll say it depends, because if you like Little Big Planet, then sure. It's got a lot of nostalgia factor, but there are some segments where it sounds like pianist music, especially after this part, but you should just listen to it yourself. Alright, She's a Big Boy by Duck. Man, it is crazy to hear these songs after all these years. Got some pretty cool, like, psychedelic, slow jazz to it. I really appreciate this part. Kinda nice to have a change of pace after all these, like, very, like, high intensity, just very, like, fun, carefree songs. But would I listen to this by myself? Maybe, maybe not. It's not a bad song, though, so I'll give it a 4.5. I actually do recommend it. Alright, now we have 52nd Street by Canteen, the Toshiki Kodamatsu edit. I don't get it. But anyways, this is a sped up version of a song. That's literally all they did, that was the edit. The original song, at its original pace, sounded like store music you'd hear in like a random movie. But sped up, it actually does have this sort of like Miami feel to it. Though, I'd say both of them are equal in terms of quality, so I'll give this a 5. Do I recommend it? Sure. Alright, now we have Drop Pop Cinema Club by Fizzy. This is a mashup of Drop Pop Candy and What You Know from Two Door Cinema Club. I don't know what to say about this song. This sounds like one of those songs animators would use in a quote-unquote animation meme. I always hated that stuff, I'll be honest, but I'm gonna try to not let it taint my perception of this song, but even without that, I don't really enjoy it as much anymore. I just thought it was neat back then, but that uniqueness to it has kind of ran out. It's very just corny, like nerdy, but I imagine that's the point, so I'm giving this a 4. Do I recommend it? No. Alright, now we have some real shit finally. The Rat's Birthday mixtape. Apparently made by Kevin MacLeod? I don't believe that. Also Kevin MacLeod, yeah, it's the funny Gyra Rat song. I have that in my notes. I could not believe that this is from Kevin MacLeod. If I'm wrong, I really hope eventually someone will tell me like, oh no, this is just a shitpost, it's just that Kevin MacLeod's name is tied to it. But I hope that day comes sooner rather than later, because this is too much weighing upon my mind. Alright, I changed the ratio a little bit because you can barely even see the notes, because I have this news thing now where I'm gonna start listing the genres, but I'm not doing that for quite a while. It's gonna take a long time. I just finally reached 1,000 songs on my list. But anyways, this song's just funny, that's it. I'm giving it a 4. Do I recommend it? Depends. Okay, we literally just have the grocery store music. The like one people use as like funny background music in their like shit posts or videos or like games as a joke. By itself, it's actually not that bad, I won't lie. It's got this simplicity to it that I don't think you can really find in any other like royalty-free song that is actually considered good. It's got a special trait to it. I'm actually considering giving this a 5.5. I actually really do like it that much. It's kind of consumable, just raw music that is somehow like better than most songs that I've heard. We got Wii Sports Resort version 2 for Smash Bros. Smash Bros has some of the best remixes I've ever heard of all time, and I think it's going to be staying that way for like many years for me. Like, it is phenomenal what they are able to accomplish with these like remixes. It's just so pleasant on the ears, this song. It really does make you feel like you're just flying away. I'll give this a 5.5 as well. Phenomenal song. Yes, I really do recommend it. Now we got some more like SoundCloud independent artist music. I just like this song because it was neat. That was it. It just sounds like very bare bones Steven Universe music, if you get what I mean, well, like when he starts singing. It's very theatrical, it's got some theatercore feeling to it. I don't really like theatercore too much besides like maybe one album, but in general I don't enjoy it, so I'm giving this a 3.5, not 4. I'm just not feeling it. It's so repetitive, and the lyrics aren't bad, but I just don't like the way they're presented. Do I recommend it? I'll say depends. If you like theatercore, then sure. Alright, we got Koopa Beach. Who doesn't love Koopa Beach? Like, listen to that. It's so simplistic, it's so fun, it's so tropical. It really does just bring out some of the best emotions you'll have during your childhood. And the way it goes from high and then to low. It's very joyful, it's very fun. I'll give it a 5. Yes, I do recommend it. Alright, here we got Nexpo's intro theme. If you watch Nexpo, you know which one I'm talking about. It's really cool. It's very atmospheric and tense and like anxiety-inducing sometimes, but it really does hype you up and get you ready to experience either the equivalent of like someone being over-dramatic over a lost SpongeBob episode or like a real-life murder and like mystery case. I'll give it a 5.5. I truly do like it, surprisingly. Alright, Like a Cab Out of Hell, the demo version. I'm pretty sure I ranked the full one before, and I liked it less than the demo because the full one was just way too long. There was no reason for it to be that long. I feel like the demo version gets across way faster than the full version. The full version was just dragging so much, and it was just the same thing the whole time. This one is only like slightly under 3 minutes, and I feel that it gets by what it wants to do in that amount of time. It's not like, you know, thought-provoking, life-changing music. It's just something that you can kind of just relax to. I think I'll give this a 4.5. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I actually do. I would recommend the original one if it was like, you know, 1/3 of its time. Alright, the Bob Ross intro theme, The Joy of Painting. Who doesn't know this song? Extremely just simple, relaxing jazz that you can paint to. Who doesn't love it? It's very unintrusive, it's very soothing on the mind, and it lets you work at a good pace and not stress you out. I'll give it a 5. It is good. More white person music, I Can Talk by Two Door Cinema Club. I actually haven't heard this song in a long time, so I might actually have to listen to the whole thing to give a review. Alright, I remember now. I've listened to most of it. It's just typical, very good Two Door Cinema Club music. Some good, consistent indie pop, white boy go, new rave songs. So in the end, I think I'll just give this a 5. Yes, it's just good. It's nothing crazy. It's kind of like repetitive with its chorus. Alright. Infinite High, Panama Wedding, Bee's Knees remix. It's just like a very over-the-top remix where it's like very hyped up. How do I feel about it? I think it's alright, honestly. So I'll give it a 4.5. Again, I'll always appreciate someone who will actually, like, mess with the actual progression of a song rather than just add a kick and snare. Alright, M83 outro. If you want to talk about how to become the best in making an extremely dramatic and just spacey, overwhelming song in a good way, then this song's the way to go. The way it just builds up to this explosion of strings and percussion and just everything. It's so well done. And I really wish more people kind of followed in its footsteps, because I feel like all too much it's just done in a way that it really doesn't feel too great or satisfying, and I feel that M83 outro really does it the best. The echoes in its voice, the strings just gliding through very blissfully. I just wish that more composers took notes on how to do it properly like them. Yeah, I'm giving this a solid 6. It is great. It's just perfect in how they did it. And it doesn't overstay its welcome. It doesn't last the entire song. It's actually a surprisingly small segment of it, which I appreciate. Alright, we have Ivory Erasmus, Let Me Be Alive. I actually have to look up how I would even describe this song. It just sounds like indie SoundCloud, like e-boy music, to me personally. Alright, apparently people call it pop punk. It's not bad. It feels a little pretentious. It sounds mean, but that's just the way I feel listening to this music. It just feels very pretentious. I like his other song more, Is It You? Unfortunately, that song was damn near lost media for a second, but Is It You had a bit more of a grounded tone to it while also being heavy on its instruments, but Let Me Be Alive just feels like it's trying to be more than it is. Overall, I'm just giving this a 4.5. Do I recommend it? I'll say, depends. If you're into that e-boy aesthetic music. Alright, A Failed Kitty Romance a cappella. It's very corny, it's very cheesy. The topic is exactly what you think it is, the lyrics are exactly what you think it is, but the way he does the acapellas are always very just smooth and well done, and it's mastered very nicely. It's not a bad song, it's just a bit cheesy. So I'll give it a 4.5. I'll say yes because it is actually very pleasing to the ears. It's just that the lyrics kind of don't do it for me. I wish there was an instrumental bit to it without the lyrics. I was trying my damnedest to find the composer for this song, but I legitimately cannot find them for the life of me. I can only find re-uploads. Why Is This Music So Sad is from it's from an iDubbbz or Filthy Frank video, and I think they were looking at like random videos for ideas with H3H3, and this song came up, and I thought, hey, that's a pretty like neat, simple melody. And when I tried finding it, literally impossible to find the composer. I could not. So, besides that little funny side tangent / story, it's actually pretty nice and simple. It reminds me of Hylix music, with the way it's very personal sounding. It's got some slight crunch to it, and it's extremely simple and rudimentary. So, I'm giving this a 4.5. I recommend it. I'll say, sounds like Hylix music before Hylix was even a thing. Now we got 7 Circles from Statues of Cats. I think I have to listen to the whole song. It's got some radio music feel to it. This part, specifically. It sounds like it's trying to be very catchy, which it is on occasion, but because of that, I think it just comes off as kind of generic, despite like how high quality it actually is. So I think in the end I'll have to give this like a 5, honestly. It's a long song too, it's 5 minutes. If you like radio music, then try this. This little cool like guitar segment is also really cool, but I don't think it really changes my opinions on it. Alright, we got Touch My Katamari Shabadubi from a Takeshi Nakatsuka edit. This was actually used in an animation, I'm pretty sure, and it was actually a really cool premise. It was kind of like The Purge in a way, except like everybody doesn't have a choice. They just literally go batshit insane, except for the protagonist for some reason. Never really explained. Really enjoyed those world-building animations. But really cool, like, chaotic jazz music. I appreciate how different it's trying to be. Yep, here's the bit where it kind of goes to shit. So, it kind of sounds like Germa for a second. It's pretty cool. I think it's neat what they were trying to accomplish here. It's a little much. I feel like it could have been done better, but it's not bad. The scat part here is pretty cool though. I'm giving it a 5.5. I'll recommend it. Alright, here we have Disappear by Floor Baba. A lot of you guys would probably know this from Bird's animation Flamingo, I think, with the shrimps in the background. It's been a long time. It was like his first video that blew up, and this is where I actually got it from. I'm pretty sure you can tell how far back and old this playlist is, judging by me literally saying that. It's not bad though. It's really cool, just like Japanese-esque pop electronic music. And the little synths that come in at the later bits are really cool in the way they progress, which is here. Actually, no, it's more like a chime. It's kind of Christmas-like, but I'll give it a 5. Alright, now we got ICU by Sleep Dep. Very low, very like bass-heavy music. It's more environmental and ambient. It doesn't have any lyrics, doesn't have anything, and I kind of appreciate the minimalist approach. So I'll give this a 4.5. It's actually kind of good. Alright, this is We Love Katamari, except it has vocals to it from this person specifically, iSpell. I usually hate like these high-pitched like female vocalists so much. I think it usually is just there because people can't get enough of it. It doesn't come off as like annoying or grating as it usually would for its like many other female vocalists who do this type of stuff. It sounds like there's actual passion and effort put into it, besides like, you know, people who just can't get enough of that high-pitched anime voice actor type shit. So for that, I'm giving this a 5.5. Alright, now we got Cloud Soul Train. Kinda reminds me of Adventure Time for some reason. It's cool dance music. I don't really know what else to say about it. So I'll just give it a 4.5. It is kinda good. It's just that I feel like there's nothing really just unique about it. There's nothing like making it stand against a crowd. Alright, now we got Restart by Ozma. I am surprised by how many times this guy has shown up. It is a very slow build-up, and his voice is very soft in the beginning. I think that's a pretty nice start. Kind of eases you into the eventual, you know, really loud segments. Got that radio classic, like, country voice on him. How do I feel about this song? I think it's actually pretty good. I think it did a very well job on the vocals. It doesn't sound like very stereotypical or, you know, pretentious. I really enjoy how this guy's vocals doesn't always end on a high pitch. It will go up and then low and then stay on a low pitch for a second longer and then end on a high again, and it will vary between those. And I very much appreciate when people add that sort of variety to it in order to make it not so repetitive. Like that one rap song I was talking about where that guy was always just speaking on a high note at the end of every sentence he did, and it was getting pretty damn annoying. Anyways, oh, I don't know why that disappeared. So I'll give it a 4.5. It's kinda good, I won't lie. Why is it on the left? Alright, this is just Ramen King instrumental. There's not much to say beside it's just a very nice beat to sample. It's nothing crazy, nothing special. It's kind of like Vanilla Ice Cream in a way. So I'll just give it a 4. Do I recommend it? No. I feel like if you're gonna be doing it, then if you're gonna be listening to this song, then you should just might as well listen to the actual songs and not just the instrumental. Alright, now we got Sleepyhead soundtrack. This is a special mix used for Little Big Planet 2. It has a unique twist on it. It's got a specific flavor. It's very muted and damp in its instrumentals and vocals until this part comes in where it's very bright and clear. And then it comes back down to like damp and having that very harsh, not harsh, but like very muffled bass that's like kind of overpowering everything else. Anyways, the special mix is actually not that bad. It's kind of a cool twist on the song. It progresses in the same fashion as the actual song would, but I will give this 4.5 out of 10. It is kind of good, I won't lie. That's all the songs I'm ranking for today. I didn't get through too many. I think only like 30. Yeah, around 33. Pretty neat. Oh man. I have 2 videos I need to edit. That's unfortunate. I've just been kind of slacking on getting those out, even though they don't really take that long. It's just that I've been trying to get some other stuff out of the way and started. So hopefully I can, you know, make something that isn't a song reviews video. But I do enjoy making these. They're helping me out with like talking in an unscripted manner and making it so that I'm more certain in the words that I choose, and me not having to think about every single word that I say like twice over, making me stutter every time, is going to be like a common thing anymore. And I have thought about stopping at like 2,000 to the 1,500 song milestone, because I think at that point I will have gotten enough of a vocabulary and grasp on how I portray myself in order to not do these anymore and just like, you know, spam my feed with these things that no one watches. But hopefully I will continue to do this and still do the milestones though. It's just that maybe then I'll just put it in the notes on what I think about the song rather than talking about it in the mic. So it's fun. I hope to keep doing it for maybe another couple of months, maybe even a year, but eventually I will have to just start doing the milestones only. So we'll see it when we get to it. See ya.